One of the biggest things that people ask me is, what is it like being a podcaster and owning a business predicated on podcasting? But I also get asked at the same time, since I interview people in the Web3 space, what do you learn? What's the alpha? You interview CEOs and founders, executives, investors. What is there to know? What's going on in the space? Why is the technology so great? Why do I love it so much? Why do I share it so much? So I thought, why not take you guys behind the scenes, show you what it's actually like, show you a little bit about podcasting, some of the tricks of the trade that I've learned over time, but also what I'm learning in the Web3 space and what is so interesting about some of these projects, companies and startups, products they're creating, the services, and why the technology really is going to change all of our lives. That's what I'm going to do, primarily what this vlog is about. And this one's a special one because in a couple days' time, we're heading up to Oregon. So this episode will be a little bit about my day in the life, some of the Web3 companies that I'm working with, interviewing on the podcast, also some of the things that I'm learning so you guys can get a little bit more of a deeper insight. But also take you on a trip to Oregon, and we'll be doing a little bit of work as we go too, because I still got to work on the podcast, even though we won't be recording anything in Oregon or editing anything. I'm trying to get everything done ahead of time, trying to be proactive. We still have to prepare because we got a bunch of episodes that are coming up in January. We got a bunch of partnerships, some sponsorship opportunities. So I'm going to take you a little bit behind the scenes there to kind of give you guys a bit of an inside look into what it's like behind the scenes of a Blockhash podcast. So before heading off to Oregon, we need to go finish packing, run a few errands, and get some things sorted out for Blockhash ahead of January. So we're gonna go do that. We're gonna head into the studio. I'm also gonna show you some stuff we're working on with some clients, collaborations, partnerships, and some episodes that we're finalizing that I think you guys might really like. So head over to the studio and get this stuff taken care of. So here's the studio office, the office studio, the offudio, the stoffice. Let me know in the comment section what you think I should call it. So right now we're over there at the other station editing an episode for Holonym. Holonym was actually very fascinating, talking about data protection and privacy and how they have something called a human key that you can use to encrypt and decrypt that data. That data could be anything from metadata, like what your favorite ice cream is, what you like to do on Sundays. It could be healthcare data, personal data, just about anything. The sky's kind of the limit. And they have some really cool use cases for that. They have a wallet coming out in January to manage those human keys. They have a whole network kind of based around that. So I think you guys would really actually enjoy that episode. So definitely check that out when it drops. In just a little bit, I'm actually getting ready to interview someone from Twin Protocol, which is a fascinating company that is allowing you to create a digital twin of yourself. So like a digital AI avatar of you that you could resell at some point, that you could use in your own image and likeness, that you could program to do just about anything. You also could use preset digital twins that are already created. You can access other AIs that are specialized around personalities and personas like Santa Claus, William Shakespeare, Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, like maybe in like an educational setting, like this could be very useful potentially. So that'll be fascinating. That one I'm working on that we're doing today. Tomorrow we have an episode with Antics. They're building out ways to generate metaverses, to generate worlds, open worlds for games, generating avatars, very, very lifelike. It's incredible what they're doing. That'll be tomorrow. And then that'll be the last one for 2024 before we head out to Oregon on Saturday. So getting those wrapped up and finalized, and then everything else is just kind of preparation for some partnerships and collaborations coming up in January. Something else is really cool I want to show you guys. A fan and someone that's going to be coming on the podcast in January, an author called J. Craig Wheeler, published a book called The Path to Singularity. This is going to be a fun read. I'm going to read this on the flight to and from Oregon. And it's actually got a foreword by Neil deGrasse Tyson as well. This is what people send me, what fans send me sometimes. So always cool. Always cool to get new stuff in the mail. Actually, I have something from SecuX, which is another partnership we did about a month ago. And this is SecuX. And they actually sent me their hardware wallet, which is also really cool and nifty. It reminds me a lot of the Ledger Flex wallet. Just some different functionality in terms of how it works, but all digital, connects your NFTs, and your dApps obviously has the big screen that you can interact with, which is really cool. They've definitely come a long way in terms of how they build out their wallet. So definitely check out SecuX, something to definitely keep an eye on. So back here over at the workstation, we're just getting some videos finished up and rendered. Again, this one is the one with Holonym. Once we get that done, we'll go ahead and upload that to the cloud. So that's ready to go. We'll get that sent over for review, and then we'll get that one published. It takes forever, guys. I need to get a new MacBook 95%. This is taking me like a half hour. Unacceptable. So something I find very fascinating that I use when I'm researching all of these projects, I want to show you because you guys might actually like this too. I interviewed this company called Galaxy, and I'm going to start using this more, but they have this new AI Copilot, and it's specifically designed to give you all the information you need on the Web3 space. Anything you can think of, it should be able to generate and pull up. It's awesome because this functionality, if I'm on Twitter, for example, like let's look at this one with CoreDAO that we posted, it'll actually recognize the token for CoreDAO and Bitcoin too that's mentioned in the post, and you can click on it and it'll give you more information on that specific project, that company, and then you can see market sentiment on Core's token, which is pretty neat if you're a trader, an investor, curated trading insights, research. So this is great for me when I'm researching different episodes and I'm trying to put together really good questions. For those interviews, like this has a really, really nice breakdown. It saves me a ton of time. So this is a great AI Copilot if you need something specifically tailored for Web3. So that's a little bit about what the studio is like. It's a small yet humble layout. I plan to get a bigger one relatively soon. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for this episode with Twin Protocol and then get that edited and scheduled and get ready for Antics tomorrow. Then the next thing we need to do is we need to run some errands to get ready for our trip to Oregon. We're gonna work on that, and then our flight is early Saturday morning. Final cut. Pretty good. Need to do it because we're heading to Oregon, and I'd rather get it done now so when I get back, when I hit the ground running with recordings, it doesn't look too crazy because my hair grows super freaking fast. So fun fact. Anyways, we gotta finish packing, getting things ready because we gotta leave very early in the morning. So we're gonna go rest up and finish getting things sorted. Like I mentioned earlier, I got an episode coming up with Mr. Wheeler, so I got to read this book on the flight. This is all Dior. Wouldn't be Miami without your fancy cigars and tobacco. TSA has a new privacy infringement device. And these, I'm pretty sure I saw in Wall-E. Trip wouldn't be complete without some Chick-fil-A. And it's going to pick up a person now, look at that. I hate both of these teams. All right, we just got in late last night. It was a very long but successful trip over from Medellin here to Portland. Very rainy today. Not much snow on the ground at all, not cold enough yet, but probably in Central Oregon later, next couple weeks when we go. But yeah, gonna unwind now and kind of enjoy the holidays and Christmas and going into New Year. Probably we'll do a couple of meetings as well while I have some time. That's the plan so far, so make sure to subscribe as well. See you in the next one.